Hey guys, it's Tiny Tom Logan back with another video for you, and I had to reshoot this video, so we're just going to go through it all again, pretty much. But we will make a bit of a start. Obviously last week I was, I won't say pretty ill, I was sort of like on death's door, because you know what men are like when they get ill. So I've had to put up with that. Now I've got a wisdom tooth that's decided that it wants to try and come through, so that's not making things very easy either. But anyway, enough with the moaning. We've got a lot of talking and sort of like hardware stuff to get through. First of all, big thing behind me, cases. NZXT today have released the limited edition colours for the 810 or the Switch 810. And on this side we have the gunmetal grey, and then on this side we have the matte black. I've also still got the white one in the middle, which was the original sample that I got tested, but I've obviously got both of these, which we will be covering pretty soon. Obviously we don't necessarily need to do a full review again, we're just going to kind of have a look at the colours and stuff. I don't know how I'm going to work it yet, may kind of put some radiators in there so that you can kind of get an idea for layout and stuff like that, but it's all stuff that we've covered before. So it's mainly just going to be about the colours, and there is still a fair bit to talk about when it comes to the colours as well. Other things, I have EVGA GTX 690. This actually arrived this morning. I am trying to get another one because we're going to be testing two GTX 690s on an SRX. That's coming up soon. Obviously with the SRX I've got two lots of CPUs. I've got the two 6660s and the two 687s, so we'll be doing both of those tests. And then also, as long as they can get me another 690, we'll be doing quad SLI as well. So there's a fair bit going on with that. Other interesting stuff. This did try and get delivered while I was at iSeries, but I do have a 670 as well. An OEM NVIDIA 670. It is kind of buried in the box, but it is in there. I'm not going to get it out like I did in the last one, but we'll be taking a good look at that. There's a fair bit of Graphico stuff to get done. See, it's never a good idea taking these things out in the video, so we've got that to do as well. Another thing is a thing that I've been working on a lot more recently, and that's the Overkill 3D, where we do things just for the sake of it. We do it because we can do, not because we necessarily would recommend you do it, like Quadfire kind of 7970s. We wouldn't be telling you to buy that or do that for yourself, but sometimes you just want to know what it's like. So that's where I step in and try and get these little things done. So, long story short, it's easy to do graphics card ones. Well, I say easy, it's never easy to get like, you know, big numbers of them, but it's kind of expected as an overkill kind of thing where you run 4 cards, although I've still not done 4 680s yet, so we'll see where we go with that. But anyway, wanted to do something slightly different. We're going to be building a new Overclock 3D server, mainly to get in preparation for next year's competition, which I'm already working on. I've already got people signed up for it. I do quite literally do so much ahead of time. I have to, really, because there's so much to get arranged. But anyway, we are going to be doing that. So we're going to be upgrading the server. It's something that's needed doing for a while anyway. Our web server at the moment is just, or we've got two, but the main one is just a 965 i7, 12 gig of RAM. It's nothing kind of all singing, all dancing at all. Still good for a web server, but it's starting to show its age. So essentially we're going to be running one of the 2660 8-core Xeons, 32 gig of RAM, all going in a new case. We're not sure about a network card yet, whether we're just going to run on board or not. It doesn't really make a massive amount of difference for what we need. Excuse me. But one of the main things that we do need is a RAID setup, because there's some changes that we're making to the website. So I need a decent RAID card, and I've obviously got a few people that I can turn to for this. So I got in contact with LSI. And they were like, yeah, not a problem. And they've got kind of two kind of main, they've got like their mainstream one, and then they've got a really high-end one. And they were going to send the kind of mainstream one for the web server, that's fine. But they said, would you like one of the really high-end ones just to have a play about with? I was like, yeah, cool, not a problem. So they sent me, they're both 16 ports, but they're SATA 3, so SATA 6 gigabit a second RAID cards. 16, one of them 16 port internal only, and then the other one 16 port internal and 4 port external. So we've got a RAID card. And we're thinking along the Overkill 3D theme. Now, a lot of you kind of get a bit moany about the fact that I've got Corsair kind of advertising on my channel, but what a lot of you don't realise is the main website is covered in adverts. That's how we make our money. It doesn't make a blind bit of difference to the reviews. If it's a good product, I say it's a good product, as I always have done. If it's a bad product, it's a bad product. Problem is with Corsair at the moment is they are making some good stuff. So it's just one of those things that people are generally just kind of moaning without really understanding what's going on, in the fact that, without those adverts and stuff, I wouldn't be here. I couldn't, afford to be able to spend the amount of time I do doing stuff like this without being able to make money out of it. One of the good bits about when you team up with a company like Corsair is it then makes it a lot easier for you to get the hardware in the first place. So yeah, sure, they send you review samples and stuff like that, but when you want to do something different, especially when you've got the kind of relationship with them that I have, it kind of greases the gate, so to speak, and it makes or greases the cog, so however you want to put it, it makes things a lot easier. So when I told them that I had a 16 port RAID card, they kind of knew what was coming anyway. So I have 16 Force 3 GT solid state drives. Now if I just whiz one out, they're only 60 gigabyte, but I've got 16 of them, because obviously the actual capacity of the drives doesn't matter, because we're just going to RAID them up. And what we're going to be doing is just some RAID 0 throughput madness, a bit like the old SSD madness video. Well, we're going to be redoing that, well, in our own way anyway. Just going looking for numbers, seeing how crazy fast stuff opens, see whether we bottleneck the card, see whether the RAID card even likes working with all those solid state drives. Really don't know how it's going to go. We're going to see how fast and how interesting things can get with that. All the drives are red, we're probably going to do a black and red themed kind of test bench with it, maybe on the Phobia test bench with a Rampage 4. Yeah, we're just going to we're going to have a bit of fun with it. Mounting all those drives is going to be absolutely nuts, but I'll be sure to get my head around it and work out what I'm going to do. But yeah, the long and short of it is it should be quite interesting. We could end up having quite a bit of fun with this. So yeah, that's another kind of a bit of a weird one. The CKC rig is obviously finished now, and quite sadly it has come to the time where at some point this week or next week I am going to have to take it apart, and we will see. Plans are already afoot for me going to the next iSeries, or I should say that, well, not afoot because it was already agreed in January, but the role that I'm going to be playing when I'm there, because there's quite a bit I need to do for the next one, because the summer one is a lot busier, so I'm going to be doing a lot more while I'm there, and yeah, I'm just going to have to make sure this time when I go, I make sure I put some time aside to eat and drink and stuff like that, so I don't end up getting ill again, because it was completely my own fault this time. But I'm glancing around the room and I'm pretty sure that's about it for the time being. What I do want to mention, actually, a lot of people kind of ask me the kind of stuff that I use. Now, the mouse mat that I use, it's going to sound like a real weird one. I've actually used it since the very, very first time that I did the review, and I will do its own standalone video, but I just wanted to give you a kind of a look, because a lot of you will chuckle when you see this. Now I've got a new one, because the original one that I've got on there is a bit dirty now, it really needs to go in the wash, but the people at PureTrack have sent me a new one, and it's the PureTrack Talent. Now I really, really personally love this mat. Now the bloke that owns the company, he said to me a little while ago, "You're a bit into white, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." "Do you want a white mouse mat?" "Can do." So they've actually gone and made a white Talent mouse mat. Now I love this. I really do love this. And when I do my new rig, with all my white bits and all that kind of stuff, and everything finally goes into place, this is going to take pride of place on my desk, but I'm actually going to wait until everything's ready before I start using it. But look, I got someone made me a white mouse mat. I love it. What we're also considering, and it is a very, very kind of new idea, is we may be, in conjunction with Pure Track, making some limited edition OC 3D mouse mats. So we'll see how that goes. I've got the kind of PDFs and stuff, the PSD, sorry, so that we can design our own. I may even open it up to a competition, so you can all kind of have a go at designing your own, you know, kind of mouse mat ideas. Really don't know. Let me know what you think about that, basically. My kind of ideas with it is because I do like the idea of the white one. Now, the Pure Track kind of design is these kind of little circles or hexagons, whatever you want to call them. I'm quite interested in doing like a white carbon fibre one, with obviously the OC 3D logos ghosted into it and stuff like that. That's kind of where my head is with it, making it kind of quite close to my kind of, basically almost like designing a mouse mat for me, basically how I'd really like it, and then throwing it out there for you guys. But we'll see. Would you guys be interested in design, you know, having a go at designing your own mouse mat? And then we could say even that the winner obviously got the mouse mat put into production. We don't know how many units we're going to make and stuff yet. We're still kind of discussing that, but this white one was kind of to kind of put an idea out there, basically. But I think the white and the baby blue of the OC 3D logo could work really well. So that's definitely something that we could be doing in the not too distant future. But yeah, I pretty much think that's about it for now, peeps. I'm having a kind of glance around and I can't see anything that's kind of jumping out at me at this present moment in time. But yeah, let me know what you think. Anyway, this for now is Tiny Tom Logan with another video for you. Out.